Good morning. It's Hump Day, Wednesday, June 23rd. Thank you for joining us at First Local in the morning with Heidi and Colette. Good morning.
Good morning.
Looking all beautiful and blue. Both got the blue memo last night.
I'm a devil in a blue dress.
Devil in a blue dress on. Well, listen, we've got a moose who decided to break into Canada. We've got a beaver and a Canadian flag that's really
patriotic.
Yeah, and we've got Doug Ford and his alleged, someone who was outside of his house with a butcher knife yesterday. They arrested him. And $61 million worth of drugs seized in Toronto. And it goes on from there. Quite the day yesterday. And we've got a few updates. Now, why don't we show you about this moose? Let's talk about this moose.
Yeah, let's talk about this moose.
Because the last time I checked, the borders were still closed. So
That's
Mike,
correct.
And, and with the quarantine that we're supposed to be doing, this moose is clearly not following protocol.
In violation.
Go ahead, Mike. Do you have that video? There he is.
Aww.
Well, he's going to have to come up at the rocks.
So this is at the St. Mary's River yesterday. I don't think he had a passport. I don't know.
Now, is this an American moose or is this a Canadian moose?
I see it came from the American side. However, I don't have. No, I have no confirmation yet if he's...
Well, now Mike just said it's American, but he said it very decisively. What, did it have like an accent
That's
or
what
something?
I wanted to know. How do you know this, Mike? Did it have an American flag branded on its butt? Because perhaps it went from Canadian to American and is coming back to Canada saying, let me back, give me back.
Maybe it's just part of its exercise regime. It likes to take a swim and nobody's noticed it up until this point. I don't know.
But he's getting away from not spending $1,000 a month.
Did everybody hear you say that, Mike?
No, I said we asked him what poutine was, and he didn't know what it was.
He's American. Thank you for the clarification, Mike.
Go ahead and ask him what a Caesar is.
Yes.
Then you'll know for sure.
Yeah. And then we had a beaver.
A beaver that stole.
Yes, I do have that. It's a Saskatchewan beaver, down Canadian flag, makes off with the flagpole. Look at it. His name is Spud. He is a 1-year-old beaver that lives on the Mewasin Trail in Saskatoon. He appears to be standing on guard at the Canadian flag, but the young beaver had other plans. A Saskatoon photographer, captured his own heritage minute after he witnessed a beaver standing on guard for the... right under a Canadian flag, or so he thought.
Did you? But you didn't see him.
Yes, I saw it. I watched it.
Yeah,
I watched it. Yeah, he ran away with the flag.
And it's posted on a YouTube channel that is called Mike's Videos of Beavers. So go look that up.
Be careful how you're Googling that, by the way. If you want that in your search history.
Yes. Well, there you go. And Pollyanna here. She doesn't always go right to there, but.
Please, I learned from the best. Speaking of learning from the best, we need to find out what's going on with the weather because I woke up this morning and I knew without even looking outside it was going to be gray and ugly because I had a little slight headache. Craig, are we going to be looking at this weather all day? Please tell me no.
Actually, no. We have a little bit of fog and some low-level cloud and some drizzle working its way in now, but that should end and we should end up with some mainly sunny skies with southerly winds bumping our temperatures up to 24. We'll take a look at the radar. I'll show you what we're talking about. You can see that little mess just coming in now. It's just light drizzle, some pockets of isolated showers. Again, that's going to take about 2 hours to clear the area, and then we're going to start losing the clouds, and then we're going to start seeing some clearing, and then we're going to have a nice day at 24 degrees. We'll take a look at the 12-hour forecast, and there you go. Southerly winds picking up this afternoon. They're going to be 20 to 30 kilometers an hour, but it's a warm wind, so we'll take that. Better than the north wind that we've had the last couple of days anyway. Temperatures again at 24, and then this evening, leaving us with partly cloudy skies, half decent temperatures, and then we see another system coming in for overnight, giving us another drink of rain overnight, and that just sets us up for the next couple of days because it does look pretty wet. I'll get to that in the 3-day forecast coming up. Right now, let's send it back to Heidi and Colette.
Thank you very much, Craig. We appreciate it. We'll have more weather coming up throughout the show. Okay, so we've talked about beavers. We've talked about moose. Maybe we should do a little COVID numbers.
Yeah, sure. Let's do the COVID. So Algoma Public Health is in fact reporting one new case of COVID-19, and this case being from North Algoma. So once again, through contact tracing, APH will contact everybody directly who is considered to have been a close contact. So if you are not contacted, then you are considered to be safe from exposure to this particular case. So this brings us to case number 399. Pardon? Oh, sorry. The exposure category is close contact, and they are reported to be self-isolating. So rolling totals locally only increased slightly, about 200 from yesterday. So 150,902 tests have been administered locally, out of which we have confirmed the 399 cases. 4 of those are considered to be active, with 1 individual, an Algoma resident, currently in hospital. We have resolved 395 cases and remain static at 110 cases that have screened positive for the variants of concern. Provincially, yesterday, Ontario did report 296 new COVID-19 cases and 60 deaths on Tuesday. Wow, that seems up quite a bit from the day before. The province says here we go. The province says that due to a data review and cleanup, approximately 80 cases from 2020 have been included in Toronto Public Health's case count. So that's why there would be such a significant spike. A separate data catch-up means 54 deaths being reported today are actually from previous months. So without the data glitches, the province would have approximately 216 new cases. Oh, so that's very encouraging. So without the data glitches and the cleanup, 216 new cases roughly, and 6 deaths. So the province is reporting a test positivity rate of 1.6%, down slightly from 2.3% 1 week ago. There were 16,784 tests completed in the last 24-hour period, and there were another 442 resolved cases, dropping the active case count once again. So resolved cases have now outnumbered new infections each day since mid-April. So there you go.
Great.
Yeah.
Okay. Awesome. Okay, on June 21st, there was, on Patrick Street on the west end, there was a heavy police presence, as we let you know that there was an ambulance and a fire truck just around the corner on Second Line of People's Road.
Okay.
And then on Patrick Street, there was about 8 units that were there, and we saw 2 men come out in handcuffs that Dan had updated everybody on. Well, thank you to Lincoln Loudit from the Police Services Communications Department for updating us yesterday. At that raid, there were weapons seized and 2 people were arrested. 46-year-old Nicole Breton of Echo Bay and 52-year-old Gary Lavar. They were both arrested for firearm offenses. At around 6 p.m., the officers did search the residence, like we said, at the 300 block of Patrick Street.
Okay.
So this is just adding on to that story. So thank you to Police Services for updating us all the stories. We know that we do follow a lot of stories, and sometimes we don't update things. It's not because we don't have, because we don't want to. It's because we haven't received the information from Police Services yet, or the Fire Services. So thank you for getting this message to us quickly yesterday. Nicole is charged with unauthorized possession of a firearm, 2 counts of careless storage of a firearm, and a prohibited device, and it goes on and on. Gary Lavar is also charged with unauthorized possession of a firearm, 2 counts of careless storage of a firearm, and several more accounts of things to be charged for. They are both being held for bail court, and this is posted to SiouxOnline.com.
My goodness. Okay. Well, we have an update with regards to that pesky $70 million that's been floating around unclaimed for weeks now.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah. After going unclaimed for weeks, rolling over and over and over again, 2 people will now split the jackpot.
1, 2.
1 ticket sold in British Columbia and 1 in Ontario.
Okay, I bought a ticket.
Will share the grand prize, and each will take home, math even I can do, $35 million apiece.
Work.
So
excellent.
I know, right? And I just kind of just like right off the top of my head. So in addition, we can report 46 Maximilian prize winners. So 21 tickets, winning tickets were sold in Ontario, 11 in BC, 10 in Quebec, and 4 in the prairies. The jackpot for the next draw on June 25th will be an estimated 50 million, with 2 Maximilian prizes of 1 million each up for grabs. How can they say that? Like an estimated 50 million, that's either, precognizance or it's the most brilliant marketing tool ever. How will we get to 50 million? Well, we'll tell them that there will be 50 million up for grabs, and everybody will come running to buy their tickets.
It is smart. It's okay.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Well, there was also some heavy. Well, I did buy a ticket last night.
Okay.
But and that is Mike's hand. That is not. I don't have. I do have a weird hand, but I promise you that was not my hand. That is Mike's
weird,
hand trying to fix
No.
something. That was weird. I just saw this hand, this man hand. You ever watch that Seinfeld where she's like, "Let me get that." Thank you, Mike, for fixing that. Yeah, in Seinfeld where she's like, "Let me get that." Yeah, that's what I'm like, what is going on? What is this?
Right.
Okay. Well, let's carry on. There was a heavy police presence downtown. Sioux police had the roadway blocked on a busy downtown street yesterday. Officers can be seen diverting traffic away from the 300 block of Albert Street east at the corner of Albert and Bruce.
Okay.
Members from the bike unit and the bicycle unit that we were talking about before, the patrol units and emergency services units were on scene investigating and due to a potential weapons call. I'm sorry, I'm thrown off by the man hand that was coming across my chest. And there's not, doesn't happen often. You know what I mean? Like, whoa, what's going on? Stay with Sue online. Yes, he says commercial in a minute. I guarantee you we should be throwing a commercial.
Yeah.
Anyways, that's what happened on Albert Street and Bruce.
Okay.
Sorry about that. I mean...
Okay, we're going to reset now. So
reset. Okay.
We're going to send you off to, listen to these excellent messages from our very generous sponsors. So thank you very much to those who have come forward and been a part of the morning team and supported us. And we'll be back.
First Local, supported by Gary Chervinsky, Exit Realty, Lake Superior. Buying a home is a big decision, so is choosing the right agent. Call Gary Chervinsky, broker at Exit Realty, Lake Superior, 705-257-5432.
Always stay humble and kind. Don't expect a free ride from no one. Don't hold a grudge or a chip, and here's why. Bitterness keeps you from flying. Always stay humble and kind. Yeah.
Is going to a party really worth it? Putting yourself at risk puts everyone at risk. Help limit the spread of COVID-19.
Good morning and welcome back to First Local Morning. It is Wednesday. Happy hump day. You made it this far. You can hold on till the end of the week. June 23rd? Hey!
I can't believe how are we nearing the end of June?
We have a full moon tomorrow.
Yes, it's a strawberry. Oh, sorry.
No, it's true. It is a strawberry moon. And that would have to do, once again, they tend to kind of attach the full moons to whatever is happening in nature because it's all part of one. Oh, I feel myself getting elevated. I won't get too crazy, but...
Right.
So yeah, this is a really powerful full moon because it's coming on the heels of an eclipse, like the solar eclipse. Mercury has been retrograde for almost 4 weeks. It went direct yesterday. What's that?
You said it would be clear now.
Well,
I get excited.
Okay,
sorry, I'm not interrupting
Mercury
you.
retrograde is a tricky one, and this one was really kind of snarky. So what you need to know is when Mercury does resume its regular transit, you can still expect to feel some of the lingering effects for approximately 10 days to 2 weeks.
Like what? Like achy bones, achy muscles?
Well, I mean, it affects everybody differently.
No,
some people do kind of feel the physical manifestations, but again, Mercury is the planet that rules communications, for example, electronic devices, and some of the things that you are advised not to do, sign new contracts, enter into any sort of legal agreements. I mean, there are some sort of variations. If you have a pre-existing relationship with the person that you're entering into the contract, that is said to be okay. but electronic devices will malfunction. You should never buy a new one while Mercury is retrograde.
Okay, well,
and communication is a pain in the butt.
Okay,
right?
so is that what happened to Sault College then? The communication shut down?
Well, it's not surprising to me. So for those of you who don't know, we did bring you news with regards to an attempted cyber attack on the computer systems at Sault College. So they are working diligently to determine, what, if any, damage has been caused. They did provide some updated information, using their social media platforms, which, if I'd been a part of their communications team and knowing Mercury was retrograde, I probably would have advised against that. But anyway, they seem to have come through unscathed. Sault College has said on their Instagram account, at the present time, the college continues to work hard to restore college systems and investigate the impact of the attack. So as we continue this work, certain information technology services remain suspended to protect our network. And obviously the goal being to restore operations as soon as possible. They further said that at present they don't have any evidence that suggests that personal information has been impacted, but the investigation is ongoing and it's in its early stages. If they do find evidence that suggests that personal information was impacted, then updates, of course, will be provided accordingly. No indication that anybody's credit card or any payment type of information has been compromised. They are working with an industry-leading cyber forensics team. Words I never in my life thought I'd say. A cyber forensics team. And they are all collaboratively working together, investigating, get the systems back up and running. Although in this moment, there is no timeline for complete restoration of services. So right now, you can go to the website for Sault College to get a comprehensive listing of the services that remain available as the investigation is ongoing. And of course, stick with Sault Online, and we will continue to keep you updated on this evolving situation. Well, so yeah.
Thank you very much, Heidi. Appreciate it.
I do feel like there have been a lot of cyber criminal sort of situations over the pandemic. It just suggests to me that people have a lot of time on their hands.
Yeah. So it's funny that you should say words. I'm going to interrupt. So yesterday, I was just telling you, last night, my little guy comes running down the stairs and says, Mommy, I'm playing a game and I'm building a house with obsidian. And blah, blah, blah. I go, whoa, hang on. What? He says, yeah. I said, Dante, whatever. He said, yeah, it's obsidian. He goes, that really strong material? And oh, yeah, sure. I'm like, go to your room. He's too smart.
I think that's my favorite part of the story.
I'm like,
obsidian?
Go to your room. This is obsidious. I felt like saying this is obsidious. And I didn't even, anyway, obsidian is a natural occurring volcanic glass formed when lava extruded from a volcano cooled rapidly with minimal crystal growth. I had to Wikipedia it yesterday just to get an idea of what he was talking about. Really.
It does also have spiritual properties.
Right, we were talking about that. Now, I've heard the word before, just when the 10-year-old rips it out, and then I go, yes, spell it. What do you think he did?
He spelled it.
He spelled it. Anyways, I rest my case. Sometimes I don't think my kids are mine because they're just too damn good. Okay, so where does that lead?
We have some people cleaning up our streets, I think.
I know, but before we do that, we're talking about the guy who went on another street that didn't belong, and that was on Doug Ford Street last Monday night with a butcher knife yelling threats. Now, this is not the first time Mr. Dougie's had a couple people visit his abode.
No.
That's no. In a news release, police did say that prior to approaching the home, the man slashed the tires of multiple vehicles.
Oh,
he was pretty ticked off. Look at those. Those are quite.
Those were the ones.
Those were the knives. Those were the butcher knives. So as of yesterday, when we left for the day, he looks like Charlie Sheen.
I was going to say Jason Bateman, but
or Jason Bateman. Okay. Anyway, so this happened on Monday night. Premier Ford's communications person came out and said, you know what, he's cool with it. Ivana Yelich is his comms person. But Dougie came out and was like, you know what, that's cool if you want to come to Queen's Park on the steps. I wonder, again, how much did they pay for their steps, as we were talking about? Not $500,000. And said, you know what, if you want to come to Queen's Park and rally, okay, cool. Don't come to my home. His neighbors didn't move there and they don't want this in their life,
No,
right? No. So police say a 44-year-old man was arrested last evening, charged with possession of a weapon for a dangerous purpose. I'm going to say for a dangerous purpose, the size of that thing. 11 counts of mischief to property under $5,000 and scheduled to appear in court on Tuesday. Andrea Horvath made a statement saying, "Oh, that's horrendous, and everybody should feel safe." Well, thank you, Andrea. I think we already knew that. But so there you go.
I think Doug should have offered him a beer.
A buck of beer.
A buck of beer.
Well, a lot of people were outraged. I mean, maybe he's a small business owner. Not that I'm, saying, "Oh, hey, yeah, go ahead and saying great job," but jeez, a butcher, right? What was he going to do? Anyway, it doesn't matter.
I don't know. Can't really speak to it.
But we will get to the street sweep. I just wanted to get that.
Yes.
Sorry, one more thing. Doug Ford is speaking today. That was
That's
the next
right.
thing. Yes, he is speaking today at 1 o'clock. We are carrying that live here on TV.
Okay.
Join me at 11, 12, and 1 for all your updates, and we will make sure we throw to Dougie. He's being joined by the Minister of Transportation, who is Caroline Mulrooney, and her assistant, as well as John Tory, who is the mayor of Toronto, and they're making an infrastructure announcement. So the City of Toronto has its own Toronto Act. It's the only city in Ontario that has their own act. Otherwise, we fall under a municipal act. So I know that they have a clause in there for their transportation, so I'm wondering what this has to do with the Gardner, maybe, has to do with the DVP, or I don't know, but it's transportation. So and Minister of Infrastructure as well, who is a newly assigned portfolio to King Asuma.
All right.
That's at 1 o'clock today.
Okay. All right. Well, we were talking about Toronto, so maybe I'll talk about the that situation there at the hospital. So there is a Toronto hospital network that says several vaccinated people. Now this is a pause, right? Several vaccinated people have been infected in a COVID-19 outbreak at one of its facilities. So the University Health Network says that the outbreak first declared Thursday at Toronto Western Hospital's 6A unit has so far infected 5 patients and 3 staff. It says it's urging staff to keep taking precautions to guard against the virus even when vaccinated. The hospital network says the majority of the cases are more than likely the highly transmissible Delta variant, and include people who had received a dose or 2 doses of COVID-19 vaccines. However, it says the cases in those who have been vaccinated so far have been very mild. The hospital network says that despite the variant infecting those already immunized, vaccination efforts must continue to avoid the hospitalizations. So that caught my eye for sure.
For sure. Sorry.
Okay, and so I'm going to give you some time now to digest that while we go back and have another word from our sponsors. And stay tuned. We have more coming up right after this. First Local, supported by Maker North, 3D printing, laser cutting, 3D design, education, prototyping, and more. Maker North, whatever it takes.
Loss is something that never leaves you. Donate $45 today to help victims of impaired driving. A message from Mad Canada.
Let's see, so kidney is these are my grandpa's kidney stones. They're very precious. Kidney is a bone in your back that helps you turn. I don't know, to be honest.
They don't know kidneys are vital, do you? Get the facts at kidney.ca.
Leonard Thompson, 13 years old, diabetes mellitus, 65 pounds.
Starve the child to let them live. The treatment's as cruel as the disease. It's a death sentence.
Dr. Banting.
This could be it.
He's the first to receive this trial.
But will it save him?
It's not pure enough.
So we try again. And again. And again.
Before the discovery of insulin, diabetes was a death sentence. Banting, Best, Collip, and MacLeod's breakthrough has saved millions of lives. Leonard Thompson's was the first.
Hello, welcome back. It is Hump Day, Wednesday, June the 23rd. We're so happy you're here with us today, and we're really happy with all the 25-second little commercials that we have running in between, updating you on our news, and man hands coming across my chest. Most recently, we've got NAC, NACC, who do window covering. So Facebook, check them out, NACC on Facebook. Okay, so let's get back to this list of news items that we have here. So there's Operation Street Sweep coming to Sault Ste. Marie, and this is being headed up by a very intelligent woman in her 4th year of the University of Algoma, or Algoma University in law. Her name is Patricia Maitland, and Dan Gray caught up with her to talk about what's going on. Operation Street Sweep is coming to Sault Ste. Marie. Did you know that there are over 700 streets in the Sault? Operation Street Sweep has launched with a plan to help combat the garbage issue throughout the city. So when Dan was speaking with Patricia, she said it's basically cleaning up the streets, making sure that all the potholes and stuff are noted, and overhauling trees, loose wiring, blah, blah, blah. That's called infrastructure needs for the community. If only we had $500,000 to which we could have applied to update such infrastructure.
Yeah, to support the worthy efforts of the citizens.
But never mind, Patricia to the rescue. A 4th year student, law student. Commitment from individuals have already come in to cover any help to clean up the city as well. Since launching about 1 week ago, she's already managed to cover 6% of the city. Congratulations. Yeah. She has volunteers from school and the community ready to help out. Good. Just trying to find a contact here for you guys, but go to her Facebook page. It just says Facebook page here, which clearly you can't click on during the show unless you want to click my nose. Click, 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 click. So I'll get that to you before the end of the show. But her name's Patricia Maitland, M-A-I-T-L-E-N-D. So congratulations, Patricia, and thank you, Dan, for bringing us that story.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Yes. All right. Well, what time is it? Is it too soon for a factoid?
No, I don't think so. I need some facts in my life.
Hi.
Fact me, baby. Fact me.
You know, I feel that today was a good day to kind of continue with the music. You're going to find that I tend to default to the Beatles because I find them to be such an expansive and culturally relevant grouping of individuals. So June 23rd then, 1966. The Beatles had their 10th consecutive UK #1 single with Paperback Writer / Rain. The track is marked by the boosted bass guitar sound throughout, and this was created partly in response to John Lennon demanding to know why the bass in a certain Wilson Pickett record far exceeded the bass on any Beatles records. You know, that's a really good question. It was also cut louder than any other Beatles record due to a new piece of equipment used in the mastering process.
Okay. I love the Beatles too. You can't go wrong with the Beatles.
You can't go wrong with the Beatles. Yeah.
My parents have a friend named John Lennon. True fact.
Wow.
Yes. He actually commented on one of my Facebook things. Good morning, John Lennon. I know John Lennon. But yeah, I mean, the Beatles always has something factual. It's something amazing to know. I mean,
yeah, there's always something.
So relevant.
You ever find yourself invited to an event with people that you're not sure of, and you might be called upon to make some general chit chat, some dinner conversation. Read up on the Beatles because everybody can talk about that.
That's true. And you too. I mean the band. Remember? You what? Me? What? Me? No, you too. 1976.
You're hilarious.
We were joking about that this morning. I said, do you remember when I said you too? And you thought you meant me too?
Yeah. I was like, what?
No,
what?
Heidi.
You too?
We were talking about peacocks, remember? Okay, let's move on. Mike, I'm sorry you're going to kill me, but I'm going to jump ahead a little bit to Sault College commemorating National Indigenous Peoples Day. National Indigenous Peoples Day was celebrated on Monday. This is Indigenous Month as well, to keep that in mind, please.
Okay.
So in keeping with COVID-19 restrictions but still wanting to honor Indigenous Peoples Day, Sault College had a flag raising ceremony on Monday. Through inspirational speeches and jingle dress dancing and flag raising, the group commemorated this important day and the outstanding contributions of the First Nations, Inuit, and Métis peoples of Canada. The reason why I'm bringing this up is because yesterday on the show I mentioned that there were additional numbers to the bodies found or that were buried, and I wanted to update you on that. So we know that there was 215 in Kamloops. Now in Brandon we're looking at 104. Regina has 38, 35 in Lestock, Saskatchewan, and 100 in Carlisle. So Pennsylvania. So I just wanted to update those numbers with you, and I'm still hoping that the call in the province, as well as all across Canada, I know the province of Ontario was granted $10 million to look into these burial sites. So just really want to continue passing that message along. And if you have noticed, there are signs on on many people's lawns here in the Sault that we did a story on. Joseph Egan has that story posted to our website. But if you'd like to donate to that fund to create those signs and have those signs put on your yard, please go to our website and look for that article and support them.
Because really the number is predicted just to keep growing.
Absolutely,
right?
absolutely. So and like I said, these are only five places that they've already reported on, and this was updated on June the 15th. So
okay, all right.
Sorry, I skipped ahead, Mike, but I felt that was overly important. We needed to share it.
All right. Well, in the same way that, there have been, a lot of mental health supports created to, reach out to individuals who are affected and continue to be impacted by, these ongoing discoveries. The Ontario government has invested $8.4 million over 3 years in a new Ontario Provincial Police Crises Call Diversion Program. So the program then is going to help police offer the most appropriate response to calls from individuals experiencing mental health or addiction crises, which may include diversion to appropriate mental health services. Okay, so Crisis Call Diversion Program consists of a professional mental health and addiction crisis worker who will be embedded into each of the OPP communication centers. Once assigned to the call, the crisis worker can assist individuals experiencing a crisis by providing resources and tools, offering referrals, and helping them navigate the mental health system for help. Alternatively, the crises worker can also provide support and assist in preliminary de-escalation when a call has been assigned to a police officer. Okay, so now this was successfully piloted at the OPP Communications Centre in London, and the program has been assisting individuals who call in a variety of acute situations, including but not limited to, as I had stated, mental health, substance use issues, relationship conflicts, and family concerns. So yes, they are working very hard to roll this out now that has been shown to be so successful, and so I think that's really great news. So
and that was yesterday when they had the double provincial announcements. Remember, we're like, who should we listen to, the Solicitor General or Lisa MacLeod? And we will have Lisa MacLeod's announcement. That is to do with the Ontario Summer Games, which were supposed to be held in London this 2020. 2020, they were going to move it to this summer, but out of keeping things safe in the Reopening Act, they have pushed the Ontario Games to 2024, and money was released for that to keep people safe and I really love this announcement because I've always felt that Canada needed to do more to support their athletes when they're going to the Olympics, or just to help foster their talents and their skills and their abilities, and these summer games do just that. But when we come right back, we are going to talk about a tornado that hit Quebec and one man who died from that, and just the update on the cleanup, as well as we can't ignore this, $61 million worth of drugs, and the Toronto Police Service's biggest bust ever. 444 kilos of cocaine, and how they transported it from Mexico, California to the six, as the cool kids say. We'll be right back after this message.
First Local, supported by James Seaton, Mortgage Specialist. Your new home doesn't come with mortgage advice. I do. Call James Seaton Mortgage Specialist, RBC 705-975-1519.
The COVID-19 pandemic in Canada is serious. We must continue to practice all public health measures. Follow local guidelines for gatherings, maintain physical distancing, wash your hands, wear a mask, and download the COVID Alert app. If you have symptoms, even mild ones, stay home. Protect yourself and others. We've come too far to stop now.
A message from the Government of Canada.
Together so that we could. Hey, good morning. Welcome back. We were just talking about the cost of toilet paper and how restaurants and air travel prices are going to go. But we'll have more about that right after Craig Huckerby updates us on the weather.
And thank you very much. Well, we're going to start our day with a little bit of showers and some mist and some low-level cloud, even some fog. Very foggy out there earlier this morning. But this is a radar showing us from now until about 2 o'clock this afternoon. You can see the showers working its way through, just light stuff. And then we see this cloud deck disappearing and should leave us with mainly clear conditions today. And we are going to see those winds pick up from the south today, bringing in some southerly air. We'll take a look at temperatures for the region today. 24 degrees, that's what we're aiming for later on this afternoon. 21 in Wawa. We're all pretty much in the low 20s around northern Ontario today, and we're all going to enjoy those southerly winds as well. So we'll take a look at the system map showing you what's coming our way today and over the next couple of days. This high, which kind of tried to clear out the clouds the last couple of days, has sunk down to the southeast, and of course we're going to be picking up that southerly flow. We still have a couple of low pressure systems, these two in particular, that's going to affect our weather over the next couple of days because it looks wet, with some thunderstorms maybe in the forecast. So this is the forecast for the next 12, or three-day forecast, I should say. For today, we're going to start losing those clouds. Temperatures should be 24. It will be a little windy though, so be mindful of that. We have other showers maybe coming in later on tonight. For Thursday, we have a mix of sun and cloud with passing showers, 24 to 26 degrees for our high on Thursday. And then Friday looks pretty wet, 24 degrees. And those wet conditions will kind of last into the weekend and into early next week. We will take a look at that at the end of the show for you. Right now, let's send it back to Heidi and Colette.
Took a bite of it.
Well, welcome back to First Local Morning with Heidi and Colette. Oops. And it is Wednesday, June the 23rd. I think I said 22nd earlier. I'm just kind of self-auditing.
I said it's not the 22nd,
no,
it's 23rd. It's the 23rd today. Yesterday was 2-2.
It's the 23rd. Yeah. Today. So today, okay.
You were fine. You were good.
I almost said September. So there it is. June 23rd, hump day, Wednesday, halfway through the week, only 2 days left to go. And I really find that Thursday and Friday are but a gentle slide into the weekend. So yes. So
I've got some chicken stuck in my tooth,
some interesting responses and contributions to the ongoing pandemic recovery. So some restaurants now, of course, are able to open up on their patios. But people are being cautioned that just because they're opening up doesn't mean that they're out of the woods yet. So of course, we have talked, many times. There's been some reports. It's difficult to be operating a food eatery, an establishment that serves food in this moment.
Oh, look at that. Sorry.
And so there's a survey that's been done, Thornlow Cheese Factory.
No, there's a big juicy steak sitting there.
Oh,
look at that. Imagine.
Wow, that's a big hunk of cheese.
Holy camoly.
So a new survey that's been conducted by Restaurants Canada indicates that rising food costs are affecting already razor-thin margins in the restaurant industry. So according to the restaurants that were interviewed, the jump is anywhere between 10 and 30% depending on the food, and that is after a year that's already been less than ideal for most establishments. So, you include with that high shipping costs, you've got increases in grain prices, delays in the supply chain. All of these things are going to be driving the costs of food up.
Absolutely.
So, the survey also found that nearly half of Canadian food service businesses have been consistently losing money, obviously, for more than a year now. Okay, so what does this mean for the consumer? Well, obviously prices are going to start to go up. So even though the prices have increased, the survey found that according to the restaurants, patrons have still been very supportive of the reopening, and that is a trend that is expected to continue. So,
well, even the prices of groceries have gone up too. I mean, food costs is on the rise. It is gross. Groceries are gross. As Canada is looking to ease the restrictions on travel, they're not easing any restrictions around your cost to do so. They are inflating those prices for the next couple of weeks, but it's expected to go back down and level out. But what they are talking about more, I'm going to be quick on this because I know we have to jump to some social media and stuff. Yeah. But while they're loosening these restrictions, what's going to be a real huge headache, Heidi, is when people go to the airport and you're going to check in. And as you know, this is a beautiful process already in place before COVID-19 kicked in, right? I mean, you've got to be there a couple hours in advance to make sure you've got your stuff done. So now, add on to that, verification for your COVID-19 vaccines.
Okay.
Add on to that, any type of testing that might need to be done. The wait time in terminals is going to be, as they're expecting, just absolutely outrageous. But where there's some good news is that you're still going to be able to travel. So just accept it as part of your vacation.
See the destination.
You know what? Who cares? You're going away. Speaking of, we have to just jump to a quick commercial break. When we come back, Heidi's going to factoid the heck out of us. Thank you for that. And we are going to dive into social media. So send in your comments, nice ones, and we'll share them with you shortly. We'll be right back.
First Local, supported by YDoc Detailing. Call YDoc Detailing at 249-356-6688 to book an appointment for detailing or paint correction services today.
You don't need a media monkey to make healthy choices. Think for yourself. A message from Concerned Children's Advertisers.
Okay, welcome back to First Local Mornings with Heidi and Colette. It is Wednesday, June 23rd. We've established that now, so that's good. Apologies to anybody who was thrown off by our not knowing the actual day, but that's all right. Yes.
So okay. I looked at my pen like, what's wrong with my friend?
That moment when you swallow and you inhale at the same time, and it's just kind of like, all right, well, I'm about to have a near-death experience right here on camera. So hot.
Okay, well, why don't you tell us a little bit about a factoid? I want to start with a factoid.
A factoid.
I love factoids.
Factoid number 2. Okay, so here it is. June 23rd, 2003, Diana Ross. Diana Ross appeared in court and testified that she was coerced and felt intimidated into taking a breath test that showed her blood alcohol level was 0.2, well over the 0.08 limit.
Diana.
The singer said, if I didn't take the breath tests, I was either going to have to go to the hospital or to jail. After the hearing, Ross asked the judge if it would be possible to have court paperwork processed using her married name of Diana Nias. The city magistrate said he thought it was a little late for that now.
I think so. I think so.
She was coerced. You know, I felt like I didn't have a choice. I didn't want to go to the hospital or jail. But you're blowing 0.2. I think you're going to jail regardless.
That's pretty good. Holy smokes. Okay, we have 5 minutes for social media. I'm
5
sure,
minutes
I know
for
there's
the
been a lot of
social
comments.
need.
So.
Okay, yeah. Okay, so Bradley beats everybody to the
Hey,
punch
nice.
this morning. Good morning, everyone, he says, with 3 exclamation points and the peace sign. Good morning, Bradley. Steve Childs. Oh, yes, I can do this one. So good morning, all. GMA, HAGHD. Have a great hump day. Thank you very much, Steve Childs. You as well. Joseph Bertrand, happy hump day with a little smiley emoji. Happy hump day to you, Joseph.
Happy hump day, Joseph.
Jim Whitty, good morning. Having some coffee with Art, even though he is a bit sketchy.
Ah! Wah, wah, wah. Wah, wah.
Giselle Tchaikovsky, good hump day. Yes, good hump day to you, lady.
Every hump day is a good hump day.
Margaret McKay, good morning, all, with the little sunshine with the smile in it. Good morning to you, Margaret. Enika, good morning, everyone. Happy hump day. Oh, she's... Oh.
What she got? What does she have today?
Good morning, allemal. Fine hump dag. So, thank you for that.
Yes. Yes.
And she's got, I don't know if she was just kind of, she's got the little laughy and wavy and the thumb and coffee, cookie, and 2 tulips. So
Nice.
Thank you for my lesson this morning, Enika. Jim Whitty, hey, Brad. We'll just go ahead and say that Brad will say, hey, Jim. Marilyn Trumbull says, happy hump day, beautiful ladies, and everyone else. 4 exclamation points. Enjoy your day. 2 cups of coffee, a heart. The sun coming up between 2 great huge tracts of land. I am anxiously waiting for warmer weather, LOL.
Me too, it's freezing.
Smiley, I know, and 2 roses. Bradley, yes, we anticipated that response. Tony Mancuso, good morning, ladies. Happy hump day. Fantastic game last night. 1 win away. Have a great day, everyone, and 3 smiley emojis. The
Montreal
Canadians
Canadiens,
won?
yes, they did. They were tied up in the series. And like I said, if you're beating the Leafs, you better be hoisting that Stanley Cup. So go, Canadians, go.
Aw, you're such a good sport.
Not really. Hockey's dead to me since the Leafs were beat out. Dead to me.
Merci beaucoup. Happy hump day. Well, she says HAD or HHD, so happy hump day.
Okay.
With the gratitude. Thank Mother Nature for the rain with the smiley emoji. It's helping my garden, and she's rocking the horns.
Nice.
I really like your perspective, Merci. Like you always manage to kind of, you know, see the good, the positive.
A hundo P.
Yeah, so that's always an appreciated perspective. Jim Whitty, why couldn't 2 elephants go swimming together? Merci gives a question mark. I don't know if he answered. Oh yeah, they only had 1 pair of trunks.
Oh, no. I love elephants.
Judy Varco.
Oh, I was going to say Judy always has a great perspective as well, and their upper name popped.
Morning, beautiful ladies. Hope you both do something special for yourself today and have an amazing day. Thank you.
See what I mean?
Well, we should do something special.
Well, I was thinking we should go get our feetsies done.
Ooh,
right?
pedicures.
I know.
Giggity.
We got a date this weekend.
Yes, we are going to an event on Sunday. Colette and I will be dressed in our finery.
Yes. Whatever that means.
Well, yeah, well.
No, I mean, I don't know what my finery is.
Oh, I know. Well, yeah. To be announced at a later date.
Exactly.
Chris Bridges. Okay, so he always has something
he
fun.
does have great facts, too.
Like the Hawaiian pizza bit yesterday.
And Thursday
Ontario,
Thor.
Canada. Okay.
And Thursday Thor.
So Chris with a K. Good morning. Today's fun fact. facts. Canadians say sorry so much that a law was passed in 2009 declaring that an apology can't be used as evidence of admission to guilt. Oh, sorry.
I'm sorry. Yes, I just crashed through. You crashed into me, but I'm sorry.
Debbie Doucette, morning, pretty ladies. Have a wonderful day, everyone. And she's got the cones of celebration.
Nice.
Sunflower, sunshine, coffee. Kimberly, good morning, all. And
Vacation
then Kimberly,
Kim.
Vacation
Kim. That's what we're calling you for 2 weeks.
She says, oh, are you looking forward to dining at Big Lake Cabin in support of Grocer for Good? Yes. Yes, we are. I also have an article that I'm about to put out. I had the pleasure of sitting with Lisa Vizot-Allen, who is the founder of Grocer for Good, as well president of the board of directors. So you can look forward to that article going out today, at the very latest tomorrow, with a lovely interview attached to it. But yes, there are 2 sittings at Big Lake Cabin this week in support of Grocer for Good.
Oh, okay. I know where Big Lake Cabin is.
Yes,
I had a discussion
right on
with the
Queen
owner once
Street.
upon a time. Yeah. Oh, I'm excited.
Yes, and you know, so much of their operations are dependent on donation and these fundraisers that we do. So yes, Kim, we are very excited to attend and very grateful for you to have made this lovely gift to us.
Thank you very much, Kim. I appreciate it.
There's a countdown in my ear, so I'm going to assume we're going to a commercial.
We are, but guess what?
What?
Doug Ford might throw us into step 2 sooner rather than later. It just popped up, and he is speaking at 1 o'clock today. But hang on to your knickers. I'm not too sure, but we'll be right back. We're going to fact check it.
There's something in this picture you're not seeing. It's called radon, and it's a naturally occurring gas. You can't see it, taste it, or smell it, but it's the leading cause of lung cancer after smoking. Radon can leak into your home undetected through cracks or gaps in the ground floor. Make sure you're safe from the risk of radon exposure. With a simple test, radon leaks can be detected. Visit lung.ca to learn more about how to protect your home from radon gas.
Do your part to help stop the spread of COVID-19. Wash your hands for at least 20 seconds. Cough into your elbow, not into your hand or in the air. Avoid touching your face, eyes, and mouth. Keep your distance from people. Stay at least 6 feet away from others. If you're feeling sick, please just stay home. Do the 5 and keep others alive. Help stop the spread of COVID-19.
Like this.
Good morning and welcome back to First Local Mornings with Colette and Heidi. Wednesday, June 23rd, hump day.
Yeah. What?
Yeah. You know
Humpity
what?
hump.
And before we get on with any more of our relevant and salient details to share with you, let's get some more information from Craig with regards to the weather and what we can expect.
Well, we can expect the showers and fog to lift probably in the next couple of hours, and that's going to leave us with partly cloudy skies. Temperatures, though, nice and cozy at 24 degrees. We'll take a look at the radar, see how much longer we have this rain to stick around. You can see it's quickly moving out of the area. We have another little pocket coming in right behind it. And then we should start seeing some clearing, and then the winds are going to start picking up from the south. Right now they're from the northeast. They're going to swing around to the south and bring in those warmer temperatures to about 24 degrees. We'll take a look at the 12-hour forecast. Still a little chilly out there at 9 degrees with a slight little breeze from the east-northeast. And again, those are going to swing around to the south, giving us those 24 temperatures and a mix of sun and cloud. And a mix of sun and cloud for this evening. And then we have another little system coming in for late tonight, overnight, giving us some showers. And as I said before, that's going to open the door for just about 5 or 6 days of showers and thunderstorms in our forecast. We will touch on that at 5 o'clock at News at Night with the 7-day forecast. Right now, let's send it back to Heidi and Colette.
Thank you. Craigers, me love me a good thunder boomer. I'm happy about that.
4 or 5 days? That's going to go over our event.
I can't. It's inside, though.
I don't think so.
Oh, my hair can't withstand that. I'm gonna have to get you to do me a French braid. Thank you, Craigers. Appreciate that. Yeah, join us at 5 o'clock. We've updated our 5 o'clock news looking fresh, looking sharp, looking good.
Yeah, no, it's very slick.
Yes.
I was impressed, and I don't toss those words around lightly. Eggs to you, Jacob Moore, for the fantastic work that you did.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So join Craig, Jacob, and I at 5:00 for your evening news. Now, just quickly before we wrap it up, I know you've got some stories to share. I don't know if we've got to dive into the social media world.
Yeah, we've only got 4 left. That's fine. That's not.
But I just wanted to talk quickly about this. Ontario could move to step 2 of reopening early, but likely only by a few days. But what Heidi and I were just having a little sidebar on was that July 1st, as we know, is Canada Day, which falls on a Thursday. Other provinces are opening up on Canada Day and perhaps making it a celly, saying Happy Canada Day, happy birthday to our beautiful country, let's go out.
So my brain goes in the political direction because
I
you
love that
because
you
you.
said that. Oh my God.
So
Warm,
in
fuzzy
this
feelings.
time when so many groups are calling for the cancellation of Canada Day, wouldn't it be lovely if we could be transitioned to reopening day?
Well, get this, lady is seated at Queen's Park right now, or at least at the city. At least at the city. Imagine both of us on council.
Heidi, do you have a position on this? I do not. Next question.
Actually, I do have a position.
My position is there should be more wine.
And listen, I guarantee you, whatever you put forward on the table, you're going to get my vote. So we could just
as long as it doesn't have to do with the steps leading
well, we are not
into
putting money
the
into
meeting
steps.
area.
Anyways, I don't have. You go on. I have no more. I don't have any more details.
Marie Chamber of Commerce. Okay, they are hosting their annual Outstanding Business Achievement Awards with an exclusive advanced screening. So these awards are of course going virtual, and they are offering an exclusive advance online screening on Tuesday, June 29th at 8 p.m. Now, these awards will be hosted by Jasmine Rowley and Tim Murphy with a special appearance by Gina Lola International Brigida, featuring original music compositions and ensemble music performances by Jay Case, Greg Norrie, Frank Duresti, and Sheldon Yaskalainen. So exclusive advance online screening pass, $20 plus HST, with all proceeds going to support the Algoma Vaccination Support Council. Yes.
Very cool.
So that is, I think that is kind of neat, actually.
What we're talking about was Greg Norrie earlier today. He's was in the band Treble Charger.
Yes.
Which I listened to all the time when I was in high school, and his daughter's got an absolutely beautiful voice as well, Ava. Okay, well, as much as I don't really want to talk about Paul Bernardo, I am pleased to let you know that he was denied denied parole.
Parole, yeah.
There were several shots throughout the day. First of all, they had a victim impact statement, which was released by the parents of Leslie Mahaffey and Kristen French, and they were very... Oh, she's so beautiful. I just have goosebumps that just ran out of my leg. Just going on about how he's, persistent and evil cloud continues to haunt their family. You're right. You get a look at him and it's just instant disgust, is it not?
Well, it's just like a visceral response. I just find him unacceptable. So, gross.
It is gross. I don't know if you've read some bios or anything about this whole crime thing, but it was actually, there's a couple interesting ones that we'll talk about.
Oh yeah, for sure, we'll talk.
Yeah. Anyway, so he was denied Bernardo denies claims of being a psychopath and a sadist. In response to a fast talking, Bernardo spoke out of his stress and anxiety at having spent more than 10,000 days without meaningful human contact. He actually said this.
So psychopath is unpalatable. Would sociopath be better?
But where in his head does he not think about the two or the girls? Anyway, we don't even need to go there.
That's why he's denied.
Bernardo said he realized he could not be like a person denied being a psychopath or a sadist. He tortured his victims only to punish them for defying him or not fulfilling his sexual demands. And I think with that, we're gonna say rot where you are. Social media?
Yeah, we'll go back to
Eden, happy news. Well, I mean, it's happy news for the family that they don't have to see his face walking around and live a life.
And like you said, I mean, the fact that he can't ever kind of understand fully and understand what he did to these families, to these girls, it is every reason why he very likely will never get out, in my opinion. So, back to social media. Pauline from Echo Bay is sharing a wonderful event with us today. Happy birthday to my first-born daughter, Jenna.
Oh, nice.
And the birthday was yesterday, so she says there's a scintillating heart, with a multiplication sign, with a cake and a glass of wine. So happy birthday, Jenna. Everybody, remember, you can send us your events. We have an email address right now. Well, not right now. We have a new email address ongoing.
It's fairly new. It's fairly new.
Bringing it up on the screen.
There it is. See?
There it is. On TV, firstlocal@gmail.com. You can reach us through that. Send us pictures.
I thought we'd end the show the way we started.
Mike Adams, Costa Rica, good day, sunshine, palm tree, and coffee. Mark Jordan, just with some googly eyes. I bet you're watching.
Googly eyes.
You're watching.
We'll just take that as
you watch.
We'll take that as a compliment.
Oh, and Enika, very good spoken, Heidi.
Oh, there you go. There you go.
Yes.
We wanted to talk about the murals throughout the city, so we're going to show you those tomorrow. They're absolutely outstanding.
7 or 8 of them going up. I talked to Todd Fleet on Saturday. He is part of the city. And they were working on one on the side of the building that faces the cooperators, but there are murals going up on Ergo Office Supply. I did see that one has been completed.
Oh, nice.
There's one going up on the side of Etienne Brûlé, the school, and there's also one going up in the alleyway of King Queen corridor.
That's
so
right.
Check those out.
The
Some
beautiful,
really amazing local talents.
Yeah, the beautiful one across the GFL with the Greyhounds. So beautiful job with so much talent in this city. And thank you for joining us on this hump day. We will see you tomorrow on Baby Friday.
That's right.
Don't forget about us at 8 a.m. and make sure you come back at 5 o'clock to watch that evening news.
Yes. See the new intro.